Question is, if a husband pronounces divorce 3 times at once, does it count as once or 3 times? In the beginning, I would like to bring to your attention that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, الطلاق مرتان فإمساك بمعروف أو تسريح بإحسان, which means if a person wants to give divorce, he has the right to give divorce twice. After the first and the second divorce is reversible. Simply within the iddah, the husband has the right to revoke his divorce and recall his wife back to their marriage life, even without her consent, as long as it is within the iddah, before the iddah is over. Whether the iddah, the quru, is 3 months for a woman who does not experience the period, or 3 periods. And the Prophet ﷺ informed us that after the 3rd divorce, the person doesn't have any right over his wife. I mean, she's not his wife anymore. That is called talaqun ba'in, or irreversible. He does not have any right to recall her back to his marriage life from the moment that he pronounces the 3rd talaq. The sunnah is to give talaq in order, once, and wait for the iddah. And he should not divorce his wife while she is in her period or menses, due to many things: the psychological conditions for both, the hormonal conditions for the wife that she's going through during the menses. And if he wants to divorce her, as the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said to Umar ibn al-Khattab, when his son Abdullah ibn Umar divorced his wife when she was in her menses, murhu fal yuraji'ha, order him, he should call her back to his marriage life. Then if he still wants to divorce her, he should wait until she is over with her iddah and she is in a state of purity, and without having an intimate relationship with her, now he can divorce her. But if the person happened to have an intimate relation with his wife, I mean a complete sexual relation with his wife, then he should not also pronounce or give talaq or divorce during this time, due to the fact that there may be a child in between, which could affect his decision, and also because that will prolong the iddah or the waiting period, which would harm the wife, who will be a divorcee after the talaq. So because of that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stated this law. When somebody divorced his wife 3 times, and Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was very angry. He divorced his wife 3 times in the same sitting. He said, Anti taliq, Anti taliq, Anti taliq, 3 times. This is forbidden. So the person who does so is committing a sin. And now, with regards to whether that divorce happens to be effective as once or 3 divorces, that we have to resort to the Sharia. There is a difference of opinion in this regard. The Prophet ﷺ was angry with this person and said, أَيُلْعَبُ بِكِتَابِ اللَّهِ, are you guys playing games with the book of Allah? The command is very clear that you should give divorce once, then wait for the iddah. If you're not interested, wait until the iddah is over, and then she is divorced completely and you don't have the right to recall her. But if you want to marry her, and there is a general consensus between you both and the families, then you can simply initiate a new marriage contract. And similarly, if it is after the 2nd time, but after the 3rd time, فَإِن طَلَّقَهَا فَلَا تَحِلُّ لَهُ مِن بَعْدُ حَتَّى تَنْكِحَ زَوْجًا غَيْرَهُ. This is a dilemma on somebody who is not wise enough, who is not following the proper etiquette of giving divorce, pronounces divorce 3 times. Then he returns to say, I'm sorry, I was angry, I was not paying attention, or tries to find several excuses. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells him that you cannot recall your wife or your divorced wife back to your marriage life before she gets married, a complete valid marriage, and she consummate the marriage with the other husband without pre-arrangement. I mean, your initial marriage life with this woman has been ceased, ended for good. Then if she marries somebody else, and if it didn't work out and he divorced her, then you can start a new marriage life if you both agree to it. It's a long process, but it cannot be prearranged. It happens as naturally. If she gets married and after a while she's divorced, now she's free. She can marry or remarry her ex-husband or first ex-husband, and so on. The dispute between the scholars whether the 3 times divorce in the same sitting counts as 1 or 3 times. Al-Jumhur, the vast majority of the scholars, it does count as 3. This is according to Umar ibn Khattab as well, because Allah gave you a concession and gave you an ease. You waived all of that and you insisted on divorcing your wife 3 times. There is a very well-respected opinion, which is the opinion of Imam Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah, may Allah have mercy on him, and his student Ibn al-Qayyim, which he says that the 3 times divorce in the same sitting, like pronouncing them at the same time, counts as 1, and the person bears the sin of divorcing 3 times without the permit from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we say, if his intention was that I really mean to divorce her 3 times by saying, you're divorced, you're divorced, you're divorced, even though it is in the same sitting at the same time, that counts as 3 divorce, effective. But if his intention was to confirm his statement, I only meant to tell her that, do you understand me? You're divorced, enough, cut it short. So he is trying to confirm his statement. So it will be according to his intention. Wallahu a'la a'lam.